You've been lied to about multitasking. As a society, we praise people who are able to do 100 different things at once, but this praising of multitasking isn't good because multitasking isn't good for you or for the work you do. And in this video, I'm going to share why multitasking is bad for you, for your work, and what you should be doing instead. So for starters, why do we multitask so much? We're drawn towards multitasking more so today because the modern world is just designed to push you towards multitasking. Let's say you're a student working on an essay for school. You're going to see so many notifications pop up either on your computer or on your phone that'll be right next to you. That's just going to distract you and divide your attention and draw you in so many different directions. Even while you're watching this video, you're probably going to be distracted by a social media notification, or you're going to be scrolling through the comments and being distracted by that. Multitasking is built into our modern world because at any given time, there are so many different things pulling our attention in different directions. But what does this actually do to you? You know that feeling when you're sitting down at your computer trying to do some work, but you're also checking your phone and you're also checking your emails and you're also dividing your attention between a few different tasks. And then you check your watch and you realize that 3 hours have passed and you've only typed up one paragraph of your essay. And then the kicker is you feel absolutely exhausted even though the work that you've produced doesn't reflect how tired you are. And that's what multitasking does to your mind. It exhausts and stresses you out because you're just rapidly shifting your attention between so many different things and trying to balance them all on your mind at one time. But you might say, okay, fine, Travis, I can handle increased stress, no problem, because I'm being more productive, right? Wrong. Multitasking actually hurts both the quality and quantity of your work output. Let's imagine you're working on an essay for school or a report for work or something of that nature that really, requires focus. So you're working on that and all of a sudden you see an email pop up and then another one and then a text notification and then another social media thing. And then you see one email that pops up that just looks really good and you say, all right, I'll just respond to this one. And it's exactly at this point that you messed up because you decided to split your attention between two different tasks. Because the way that attention works is you only have so much of it at any given time, and your body can run out of it at a time just like any other resource. This is why multitasking is a myth. You're not actually doing multiple things at once. You're just cycling through different activities in rapid succession, so it feels like you're doing multiple things at once. It feels like you're balancing and managing a bunch of different things, but the truth is you're really working on one task at a time and then keeping the other few on the back burner. And as you switch between these different tasks, you're using energy both to keep the items on the back burner and focus on the work that you're doing, but you're also using a lot of energy and your attention to switch between the different tasks and focus on the fact that you have multiple tasks that you're working on. Let's say you have 10 units of attention. If you focus just on your essay, you can put all 10 attention units towards your essay and probably get it done quicker and write a better essay. But what usually happens is you put 5 towards your essay, while the other 5 goes to your email and text messages and Instagram. And then, as you keep going down this multitasking path, you become increasingly unfocused in the work you're trying to do. The 5 attention units you initially put towards your essay start to drift towards other items. And some of these units don't go towards any task, but instead just facilitate your mind trying to concentrate, moving back and forth between the different things you're splitting your attention on. So what should you do instead to feel less stressed and exhausted at the end of your workday and improve the quality and quantity of the work that you're doing? Commit to focused, deep work. This means that you commit a block of time for each task that you want to focus on and do one task at a time. You want these blocks of time to be structured into your day ahead of time, either in the morning or I personally like to do it the night before to plan the day ahead. And the most important thing is you want these blocks of time to be free of as many other distractions as possible. The biggest tip I can probably give you to increasing your focus during these deep work sessions is to place your phone outside of your room and turn off all notifications as much as possible. A lot of times what I'll actually do is I'll set a timer on my phone for 45 minutes, an hour, however long I think it's going to take me or I want to give myself to commit to this deep work session. And then I'm not going to touch my phone and I know I can't get up from my workspace until that timer actually goes off. Just like any other skill in life, deep work sessions can be progressively overloaded. Start your deep work session with a 40-minute focus session free of distractions and build up from there. Some tasks may take you longer, some tasks may take you shorter, but give yourself a really good and oftentimes generous estimate, especially as you're getting into it and you're not familiar with how you actually work in an undistracted, more focused state. Now, this approach probably seems like it makes sense more if you're a student writing essays or if you're doing a job where you have to write up reports or do something where you really can structure your time. But the truth is, it can really be applied to almost all tasks throughout your day. Let's say when it's time to eat breakfast, you eat breakfast and you don't dilly-dally and you don't all of a sudden, okay, I'm going to scroll on social media, I'm going to take a break and do this. When you do a task, you just do it. When it's time to do something, do that thing and only that thing as much as you can. By focusing on completing one task at a time, even if these are short little tasks that come right after each other, instead of trying to balance them all at once, focusing on doing one thing at a time, you're actually going to be less stressed and less tired by the end of your day because you're using so much less mental energy just to cycle through and balance all these different tasks at once. You'd be amazed at how much unnecessary screen time or other lollygagging comes up by multitasking pretty much everything in life. On a similar note, this ties into just being absolutely present in your life and taking tasks one step at a time, fully appreciating them, fully being involved in them. But presence is a video for a different time. If you found this valuable, hit the like and subscribe button to help the channel grow. Leave a comment if you have an interesting thought, and remember to hit life on all cylinders.